I'm Megan Linder, and we're in Los Angeles today with relationship coach and sex therapist Sandra Reishus. She will be sharing wisdom from her new book, Oh No, I've Become My Mother. Sandra, thanks for joining us.
It's nice to be here.
What was the impetus for writing this book?
Well, I felt that this was a really important message for women. Once they understood that maybe they were imitating parts of their mother's lives that it wasn't working for them, then when they got rid of that, got rid of what I call the mom gene, then their lives turned around and they were much happier.
Explain what you mean by the mom gene.
The mom gene that a daughter will adopt are all the traits and qualities of her mom. Some of these mom genes are going to be real positive, you're going to want to keep them, but other traits you're not going to want, okay? So you look at the different parts of the mom gene and you kind of do some additions and some subtractions.
In this book, you focus on three major areas: sex, relationships, and aging. Why?
In raising children, oftentimes you can recognize how you're just like your mom. All of a sudden, you open your mouth and her words come out, okay? These other areas are a little bit more subtle. You don't realize that mom has taught you how to have a relationship. She's taught you about sexuality, and she's taught you about aging.
What relationship styles are damaging to their daughters or cause their daughters problems?
Well, I list 5 in the book. The first one is the intrusive center stage mom. And she's the one that wants to live her life through her daughter's life. The next one is the no-show mom. And this is the mother that either wasn't there physically or emotionally she wasn't there. Sometimes she was just going through the motions. The third one is the critic at large mom. And there seems to be a lot of those out there. And this can be the mom who's very critical that will say, you know, you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too tall, you're too short. Will actually come out and say those things to you. The fourth one is the helpless puppet mom, and she's the one that just can't do anything for herself. And then the fifth one is the drama queen mom. Everything is major drama trauma, and that has an effect, of course, on her daughter and then how she relates in a relationship.
What about when we ourselves become mothers? Do you think that there's anything that we can do to help prevent our daughters from falling into the trap?
What you want to do is you want to look at what you've picked up from your mom. Okay, what mom genes you've adopted and that you're acting out that really doesn't fit for who you are and that you don't want to pass on. So as soon as you look back and do that, then you can look forward to your own daughters and do it differently.
So what do you think the most important message of the book is?
You can live your own life, okay? That you don't have to relive your mother's life. That even if you loved your mother, there are no perfect mothers out there, just as there's no perfect children.
Sandra, it was a pleasure talking with you today.
Thanks for having me.
Sandra Reishus optimistically believes we are not doomed to become our mothers. Find out which behaviors you aren't happy with, which can be traced back to your mom, and which behaviors you ought to thank her for. So don't delay and get your copy of Oh No, I've Become My Mother. So do you know any woman who hasn't uttered this phrase?
I don't think there is a woman alive that at some point in her life either has said it or is going to say it.
Yeah.